We are still at the scene of local breaking news that we've been following all afternoon. A Jacksonville police officer is being treated right now for a knife wound that he suffered during a violent clash with a suspect.
That officer then shot and killed the suspect. At about 1:30 this afternoon, police were called to a home on Doe Lane in a rural area just east of New Kings Road to investigate a report that a man had been stabbed during an argument. Channel 4's Vic Micolucci is joining us now live from the scene with an update. Vic?
Well, I can tell you it's a very difficult situation here because there are a lot of family members of 29-year-old Brandon Peters, and he is the man that was actually shot and killed by the police officer, who are urging and asking for answers. They say that they just do not believe the story from the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office. Let's get you started with what happened. So there was actually a stabbing incident that was reported shortly after noon today, and that happened at this home, according to Jacksonville Sheriff's Office Under Sheriff Dwayne Centerfit. He says that a man was stabbed with potentially life-threatening injuries. A little bit after that, JSO found out. They sent 3 officers to the scene here. Those officers say one man came out, said, "I didn't do it." They looked inside. They saw the suspect, who's 29-year-old Brandon Peters, sitting on the couch. They went in there. They tried to take him into custody and tried to talk to him, but they say that is when he lunged toward them with a knife and stabbed Officer Stephen Brown, a 16-year veteran of the force, in the arm. And that is when that officer decided to use deadly force. He first shot with a rifle, and then the undersheriff says shot with a handgun.
This individual jumped off the couch, attacked the first officer that walked in, stabbed him on his left arm, a really bad cut on his left arm. And that the sergeant that was in there was in the less lethal mode. He had his taser, hopefully be able to use that, but and I believe he tried to, but unfortunately the officer had already been stabbed. The officer did fire a couple of shots with his rifle and one with his pistol.
So I'll tell you that Officer Stephen Brown is at the hospital, but the undersheriff says he is going to recover from his wounds, even though it is a very deep cut on his left forearm. As I said, I talked to a lot of family members, including the father of this 29-year-old man who was killed, and they say they want answers, and they do not believe that police officers should have pulled the trigger.
I just heard that when the police come in, he stabbed someone, and they called the police. The police come in. He supposedly stabbed the police, and the police shot him. You know, if he had a knife, I don't understand why they couldn't tase him or something, why they had to shoot him. I don't know.
So the Jacksonville Sheriff's Office continues to be out here at the scene investigating what happened. I also saw Bernie De La Rianda. He's one of the chief prosecutors for the state attorney's office in this district. And probably about 15 minutes ago, the medical examiner also arrived to do her part of the investigation. Of course, we're going to stay here on scene and give you the latest updates as soon as we find out more information. Reporting live in Northwest Jacksonville, I'm Vic Micolucci, Channel 4, the local station.
Vic, is there any information at this point about the relationship between Brandon Peters and the man who was stabbed and is apparently critically injured?
Police did not tell us a relationship here, Tom, but we talked to some of the family members who say that this badly injured man from the first altercation is some sort of a cousin or a relative, and they had some sort of an argument, and that's when this happened. They said there's just so many different stories, so many rumors out there, and they want to hear from police, and they want to hear from the family members that were here actually near the home when this initial stabbing happened, to find out more before they can officially comment and take a stance.
Vic Micolucci reporting to us live from Northwest Jacksonville. Thank you, Vic.